The pressure that an election puts on an MP, a sitting MP, a candidate, and on their family is considerable. Jacob Rees-Mogg's mother has come out in support of him. Jacob Rees-Mogg, a prominent Conservative MP, the Loosh MP for North East Somerset. And he was born into a wealthy family, educated at Eton and Oxford. He represents the traditional British elite of modern politics. His style, characterised by old-fashioned manners and a certain amount of pomposity and louche disdain, including his distinctive double-breasted suits, his desire to appear eloquent, his ability to manage a speech, his remarkable delivery. Those skills are very much in evidence on GB News, but he's become a polarising figure in UK politics. Not sure whether he's a broadcaster or an elected politician. And recent polling suggests that he is now facing a tough re-election battle. His Labour challenger, Dan Norris, the West of England Metro Mayor, is polling competitively, potentially garnering between 40% and 45% of the vote compared to Rees-Mogg's puny 25 to 35%. This indicates a significant challenge to Rees-Mogg's long tenure in his constituency, and it looks like a Portillo moment is fast approaching. Rees-Mogg has faced criticism for various comments and stances which have contributed to his mixed reputation both locally and nationally. His comment about never having changed a nappy, which some might view as being out of touch. His controversial remarks about the Grenfell Tower fire victims, suggesting that they had ignored safety advice. His perception of not aligning with the community's interests, particularly on issues like wealth disparity, community support. If he loses at the general election, he might face he will face significant decisions about his future career path. Will it be in media or will it be in further business ventures? He could potentially move into media. He has some skills, though I think they are outstripped by the real professionals. But considering his previous involvement in GB News, he's the best of the work-shy politicians who have emigrated from the chamber of the House of Commons into the television studio. He is the best. Nigel Farage is quite a different matter because he's never really been a politician. But Rees-Mogg is the best of the others. He's significantly better than Nadine Dorries, significantly better than the very wooden performance by Lee Anderson. But he might focus instead on his businesses. He's got business interests in Ireland. Of course, being a Brexiteer, he's also, I suppose, got an interest in hypocrisy. And he owns a stake in a fund management firm. It could be a viable option for post-politics self-promotion. His potential defeat, however, I think is much more interesting in the knock-on effect, the significant loss for the Conservative Party in a traditionally safe seat, reflecting a broader shift in voter sentiment, but also a rejection of this patriarchal image, which he has so strenuously and studiously cultivated, and by using such silly expressions like flocking nihilification in the Commons chamber, as if this long word indicates that he A, knows what he's talking about, and B, has some sort of command of the more obscure lexicon, like some sort of modern day Andrew Sachs. Well, the problem is Andrew Sachs was gifted with very good script writers and a very, very fine intellect in his own right, and also the pure joy of talking about the nebulous nemuphar of nobility, the florid orchidaceous hatware, the vermiculous infestation. I don't think he talked about a vermiculous infestation, but I certainly would. And it means worms. And I don't think Rees Mogg really is up to this lexical felicity. I think it's all a trick to try and make himself look good. It's something that Nanny wrote on the back of an envelope. And I think despite criticisms, however, Rees Mogg has supporters who value his personal engagement and his contributions to the community, and his legacy would probably be viewed differently in different parts of his constituency, and his mother would be very upset if he lost, I'm sure. But he faces a challenge in northeast Somerset, a competitive race, which I think is a surprise. And I don't know what the future holds for a failed MP of his stature. But I think his move into GB News in the earlier part of this present Parliament indicates that he already saw the writing on the wall and was aware of his future. So I'm sure this is something he's planned for.